Hey, this is Jen from Den's Horse Time. I went out to the barn the other day, about a week ago, and all the horses were laying in the sun. I think it had rained the day before. We just had some bad weather, cold spell, but I think they were pretty exhausted from just trying to stay warm the night before. And now the sun was shining, and everyone seemed to be happily soaking up the sun. That's the new horse, one of the new horses at the barn. Again, I don't own all these horses, just bored here. So I came out to catch Aurora, and all the horses were just kind of laying down. Everyone looked kind of happy, and they were just minding their own business. And the fact that nobody seems to be jumping up and down and running away means I'm just, not obviously too much of a threat. Everyone's kind of happy. That's Cadence. Cadence is not my horse. The lady that owns Cadence tends to braid her horse's tail. I think she owns that new horse. Cadence is one of the boss mares out there. She tends to push people around. As a matter of fact, Aurora has a bite mark on her, and I do believe that woman is the one who inflicted the pain. Right, Cadence? Yeah. I don't like the braiding of the tail. I don't mind braiding a tail, like when you just braid the top of it and you leave the rest of it kind of hang. I should do that. It's kind of like a French braid. It's kind of cute and it's kind of fun, and I have no problem doing that. But when you braid the tail like that, I don't like it so much because it kind of acts like a whip. I mean, when you go to swat a fly, you kind of like smack yourself, I would think. I don't know. Somebody has a different opinion, let me know. But I don't particularly care for that. So everyone has a blanket on except my girl because I'm a bad mom. But she seems to be doing just fine. There she is. I think I call her over here somewhere. She might acknowledge me at some point. It's like, nope, I don't care that you exist. You have nothing for me. Just basking in the sun. Everyone was just laying out. But it was so windy. It was so windy, and that's why I'm doing this little voiceover, because it was so bad you couldn't hear a word I said. But the wind dries up all the moisture and the mud and the yuck, so I don't mind the wind so much. And everyone, look, they all got blankies on. Everyone's comfy, except for that one. And the Cadence doesn't. Oh, so I'm not the only person that didn't put a blanket on my horse. I think I put the blanket on Aurora and Stella twice this year. And that's when the wind chills drop down into the negative numbers. And although they do have a place where they can run in out of the wind, they can tuck under the trees. But he only lets them in the run-in shelter, the man-made shelter, during the off hours when everyone else is in the barn. So during the day, if it's kind of icky out there, they don't have anywhere to go except amongst themselves. But they have a lot of places to go. They all seem to be pretty happy out here. So I put Stella in the barn. I do believe I put a video out about that. And it's because there's just too many opportunities for her to eat nonstop out here. The grass this is about a week ago, and I'll try throwing a picture maybe of today. I didn't take a picture of today. Sorry about that. But it's about a week later, and the grass is already turning so green. Taking up guitar. I'm not taking up guitar. I've been playing guitar since I was 16. I do believe I had a driver's license when I started playing guitar. Now I'm taking a course. There we go. I think I asked her to come over. Let's see if she pays attention. I did slow down the video a little bit just so I could not get so frustrated and anxiety attack about keeping up with it. Trying to remember what I said a week ago. which obviously isn't relevant anymore. Here's my girl. She's like, give me my cookie. So, yeah. So I was just out there, again, sharing the wind, sharing the horses laying down. Give her a cookie. She dropped it. So I know it looks a little poopy out there. It's not as bad as you think, but obviously it's not as great as being in the wild. But I'm not in the wild either. So, you know, there's cost to civilization. You can be civilized or live in the wild. See all that spot there? It's all gross because she laid down in the wet. So the nice thing about wind is it does dry up the mud. And it was so muddy out there for so long, so... horses playing in the sun. So yes, and then she decided to come on in. And her ears seemed to be kind of pinny. So today when I went to go get her, she was doing that too, but there was another horse like crawling right up her back end the whole time. So I know she was pinning her ears at that horse, not me. See how I pushed her away right there? Because she's kind of like, I think, she's becoming a cookie monster. Yeah, really do gotta lose the 15 pounds I gained in the past year and a half. Actually, I was looking at my weight log. It's only in the past 6 months, so I've maintained at least. I didn't really get fatter over the winter. Okay, well, that's all I can say about that. This camera's not as good as my other camera. I know, we had a casualty of war yesterday, didn't we? Yeah. It was a phone, it died. Sad, horrible death. What are you doing? There's nothing. Oh, you're right, there is a carrot in there. That's for later. Finish eating your hay, and I'll give you your carrot when we say goodbye. Look at those pretty eyes. Who's the prettiest horse in the world, Aurora? Well, yes, you're the most majestic. Stella's the cutest horse, aren't you, Stella? And you're the prettiest horse. Because you're pretty, and she's cute. There's nothing, oh, there's a carrot in there. Aren't you going to eat your hay? Aren't you going to eat the hay? Finish up what you dropped? Look at all the stuff that still fell out of your mouth. Silly girl. Okay, I guess she'll eat that. Yeah, we had a casualty of war yesterday. It's very sad. We lost a camera and a horse. Not my horse, though. Still makes me very sad. Yeah. Okay, well, nothing new going on around here. I don't think this camera takes good pictures. What you looking at, Stella? What is it? at the top of the hill. Look, they had a fire. They got some buzzards circling around. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Thought I saw a fifth one somewhere. We walked up to the top of the hill and she was looking around. So I figured maybe she knows something that I don't know. We're higher up than we normally go. So what are we doing, Stella? We're trying to, you and me, trying to make this daily ritual up the hill. Try to go a little further each day. And our goal is to, before I have a birthday, we're going to get, well, at least 10 pounds down. 15 if we're lucky. 10 for sure. So, and she's got to go a little bit too. I know I'm letting her graze here just for a second. This is mostly old stuff. But she walked all the way up here, so I'm going to give her about 2 minutes to nibble on some of this old dried grass. So we kind of, I like the view. And when the reason I board here is because of these hills and countryside. So it's really nice because at least the horses have a nice place to run. And yeah, so I don't know if you can see that trail. Road goes all the way, connects, so you can take your horse on a trail ride that connects to other properties. It's kind of cool. But yeah. So there's the Richie Rich houses in the hills. Yeah, they talk about big house on top of a hill somewhere. That's what all those guys are. Little mega mansions or little, I don't know, I don't even know what that building is. That can't just be, you guys can't see it. One of these days I'm going to hook up that zoom thing to here. It's like a telescope, so you can see far, far away. Now you can see the water tower. If you can see the water tower, I live fairly close to the water tower. It's not too far away from the barn. So that's, you know, well, that water tower's got to be, what, 5 miles? Does that mean I have 5-mile visibility? That's what it must mean, huh, Stell? Okay. Well, we just thought we'd take a pretty picture, say hello, and commit to our weight loss. You think we can do it, Stella? Yeah? Okay. For Stella, Mommy needs to lose 10 pounds so I can ride you more. Yeah. Not have to feel so guilty. Be fat shamed by the YouTube people. I know. Okay, I'll talk at everybody later.